A couple minutes because the stream takes a little bit. We're doing a little bit of a different stream today, and I always have to make sure to look at this thing over here and not over here because the whole screen is just like us on the screen, right?
Yeah, we'll switch. We'll look at you, and then we'll look at us, essentially.
Yeah, we're doing a different stream today, trying out a new location. This is the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 152.
Yes, welcome everybody to another weekly Mastermind live stream. It's Thursday. How are y'all doing? How are you enjoying your summer? For those of you who are new here, let's just start off there first. My name is Orit. This is Jewel. We're founders of Essetino Media, where we show you how to create profitable content. So on this YouTube channel that you're watching from us right now, it's, a bunch of tutorials, social media, content creation, about making money online, all that kind of stuff. And then every single Thursday, we're here doing a live to hang out with you, connect with you, get to know you. Feel free to ask us questions if you have those questions, and we're happy to answer them for you.
Yeah, so we're just trying out a new location. It's really hot, trying out different places. We thought it'd be a cool view in the background here. And so this is episode number 152. It's always so different doing this without StreamYard, like just live streaming natively to the YouTube platform.
Well, I think that's, it's because StreamYard makes it more of a show. You're able to, do different things like manage comments and have like certain banners or other things pop up on the screen. But yeah, it's just interesting to see the different types of engagement metrics that we have when we're live streaming with StreamYard versus natively. And we haven't live streamed natively to a platform in a long time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
I think the last time was we were doing like a book review, but then the cell phone got really hot and then it combusted.
Yeah, the live stream just ended because it was way too hot.
Yeah, there's no comments right now.
Yeah, we're just, let us know.
Oh, there you go.
For those of you who are here, hi Roland, we see you.
Yeah, so the comments aren't going to come up on the screen because it's just like this. And it's kind of just, they just come up as they go.
Let us know, Roland, if you can hear us okay.
Yeah.
And see us okay. Roland says there's a big storm there.
Big storm happening in Ontario. In Ontario, and he doesn't know how long he'll be on. I'm assuming that the power might go off.
Oh, yikes!
Probably, right?
Okay, but you can hear and see us. Okay,
that's funny because it's like heat wave over here in Vancouver right now. It's really hot today, as you can see.
Yeah, like I think it's 28 degrees, probably more with the heat wave.
Heavy rains and tornadoes. Yeah, so we can't have the comments come up on the screen, but you guys keep commenting as usual because they pop up here on the screen and then we can see them really quickly.
Roland says there's also flooding down in Ontario.
Oh, yikes. Wow. I find that the weather on either side is always the opposite. When it's really cold here, it's like you guys are always saying it's hot over there, and then when it's like raining over there, storms, and it's like it's been so nice here, like really, really nice here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off with sharing the wins for the week. We like to start off the show with the wins. We like to go off of that energy. And so some of my wins this past week were, did we mention last week that we went to the fireworks show? Did we mention that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And but then we went again.
We
went again.
Twice.
Yeah, so there's this thing in Vancouver called it was called the Honda Celebration of Lights, put on by Honda, and there's 3 nights of fireworks, and they have 3 countries that enter into the contest, and it was Australia, Mexico, and Philippines.
Yeah.
And I have lived in Vancouver pretty much my whole life since I was 3 years old. And the fireworks celebration has been going on since the 90s. It's a very big spectacle here. And never, ever has there been Philippines in the competition.
There was a South Africa.
Yeah, there was a South Africa one time, but having Philippines in the competition was crazy. There was a lot of Philippine flags. We even had our own Philippine flag going off of my cousin's balcony. because he lives in downtown, and we were able to see the fireworks from his balcony, which is a really cool thing. And there's usually like 400,000 people that show up to this, and Philippines won, so they crushed it. So I've just been having fun around in Vancouver with my family, with friends, and so I've just been enjoying the summer, as well as been working behind the scenes. I'm actually editing a new course right now. It's the course that I filmed in Whistler, but as you guys know, when I was in Whistler, I ended up doing the Amazon influencer course, and then I ended up editing that and focusing on that. And so things have stabilized with the influencer program, and it's kind of doing its own thing right now. And so I'm editing a new course that I'm wanting to finish editing by the 9th. So there's like 25 lectures or so, and so I'm busily trying to get through that. Hello everybody.
You can do it. Hi Derek, I see you. And Felix, hello.
Felix, he's like, I like the view. Yeah, I know, right?
Awesome. And Timothy as well. Hello.
Timothy's in the house, and Derek's in the house. How's it going? For those of you in the influencer program, I'm curious to know what were your July results with the Amazon Prime Day. Let me know. We ended up doing almost 1,300 US, which is in Canadian 17 or 1,800 Canadian, and we haven't gotten paid for that. We got paid for the second month. So for those of you who started after me, some of you might have already received your first payments. Yeah, so let me know what you guys been doing with that. I've just been editing. What are your wins?
Got 2 new website design clients.
Oh yeah,
this past week. That was amazing. One of them actually is it was a high school friend, and you know she's from grade, I don't remember when we started becoming friends. Maybe
grade
like
11 or 12.
Yeah,
around
maybe
there.
grade 11. So yeah, it was really cool. I found out she's a therapist, which is perfect if you know her personality, and I'm really excited to be working with her. She said that she wants to get more referrals for her practice, wants to kind of break off and do things on her own, grow her business. So I'm designing a website for her, and the other lady, she is starting a medical aesthetics business. So you know, offering things like IV vitamins and some fillers and all this kind of stuff.
The cool thing with that is
she's a nurse as well.
It's a mobile service.
Yeah.
She'll come to you and do like a Botox filler. Not that I would even like that I'm into Botox or anything like that, but it's cool that she will drive to you.
Oh,
it's a mobile service.
There's a complete demand for it where she's in right now. She lives in Florida. So yeah, offering micro needling and all that kind of stuff. Really excited to design her website. So those are some wins on my end. And also this past week, if you're following my music Instagram as well, I announced that I'm releasing a new single on August 11th. That is next week Friday, and it's a reimagined cover of Seven Nation Army, which I'm so excited to share with you guys.
And then
those are my wins.
So tell people where they can pre-save it.
Oh yeah, so if you aren't already following my music Instagram, it's at Liaura Music, Liaura Music, and on there, my link in the bio takes you straight to a pre-save page, so you can pre-save the song before it gets released, and when August 11th hits, that song will be in your music library. So,
and it does help to pre-save it for your algorithm.
Oh yeah, so it absolutely for your algorithm. Yeah, totally. It's when that song gets released on Spotify and people have it already in their libraries pre-saved, it just boosts the visibility of that track. So that's what Jewel means by algorithm.
Yeah, it's like, 'cause like that's the whole purpose, is that you're trying to get people to pre-save so that it gets an even more of a boost when it gets released on the 11th.
Yes. So
right. So if you have Spotify, pre-save the song.
Yes, for sure. And you might have seen the topic of today's live stream we just saw the movie Barbie.
Yeah.
And you know, it wouldn't be something that we would normally see, but we just kept hearing how different the movie is.
Yeah, I kept seeing reviews, and although I do like the two actors, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. I've been watching Ryan Gosling. He's a Canadian, and I remember watching him when he was on that show Breaker High,
Yeah.
which was a Canadian television show where the high school was on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And then they
I
would
thought that
go,
was so cool.
yeah, and they would go around to different countries and stuff. So yeah, I've been a fan of his for a long time. And Barbie was not a movie that I was going to be interested in, but like Arit said, we had been seeing and hearing reviews from people that it's not what you think it is. It's not how you think it's gonna be, and it was totally different. When I was watching it, I'm going through it, and I was like, first I thought it was funny. There was a lot of funny stuff happening in the movie, silliness, you know, jokes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then as, like, you know, I'm getting to the middle of the movie and I'm, you know, getting the plot line and the twist and all that, and I was like, wow. You know, this was made by Mattel, who is the creator of Barbie, and they have reinvented Barbie, and this was a genius piece of marketing for them. Not just a typical movie, because you know a movie is a marketing piece, right? It's a marketing material to sell different things, but they really took it a step further with the story and the plot and the way that it was filmed. I haven't seen a movie like this before, and the acting was really good, and I would say that Mattel changed the perspective on Barbie for probably a lot of people who were watching it, and it was really cool to see. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it starts off as quite surface level because that's what Barbie is perceived as. And I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I'll just share my thoughts and where it went. It went more in depth in terms of what, how a woman is perceived in real life, and you know, the whole women's empowerment movement and that kind of thing, but not in a feminist way. So Barbie, she realizes she is brought up to believe that her life was created so that she can make women feel good about themselves. But then she ends up, through a series of events, which I will not spoil for you, ends up going into the real world. So she leaves the perfect bubble of Barbie world and finds herself in the real world. And she is completely, you know, she's mortified at how, like, that's really the word.
Regular Earth.
At how much of a patriarchal society it is, at least in the movie, it shows it that way. And how, you know, women aren't really feeling empowered or good about themselves and all of these things. They have very real thoughts of, you know, doubt and all this kind of stuff. And so it's basically her coming to that realization. And it gets really in depth with that whole storyline, and to like a place where I really enjoyed it. I think it was really well done. It's done in an artistic way as well. Like, you sometimes hear a voice commenting on the movie, like a narrator almost, but in a funny way. So yeah, it was really cool. And the reason why we posed the question of, you know, is Barbie marketing genius?
Yeah.
Is because Mattel has this product of Barbie, which is perceived in a certain way.
Not the greatest light.
Yeah, not the greatest light, you know, like, because people think, you know, it's the whole thinking behind it is like young girls are brought up to believe by playing with these things that they have to look that way and like look all perfect and that kind of thing. But through this movie, they're really showing that that's not really what was intended at all, and they're rebranding Barbie and making her more real, making her more of an everyday girl. And so it really is like an interesting way that they've released this marketing piece, which is the movie, and they've made a ton of money on it.
Yeah.
So it's not like it didn't really cost them to release this marketing piece. Typically, you know, paid advertising, all that stuff, it costs you. But this is they made money on that marketing piece, and they're probably making so much more
Yeah.
in sales of their products.
When watching it, I was like, wow, whoever wrote the plot line, whoever wrote, you know, the whole story and everything like that was genius. The way that they filmed it, the colors, it was honestly like an art piece that was released. And I'm not into Barbie at all. Like I never played with Barbie. I played with Teddy Ruxpin, if you guys remember that, which was the bear that had the cassette tape or something, or Cricket
to Teddy.
Cricket with the cassette tape in the back, and a bunch of and basketball, as you guys know. But genius marketing in that they, in this one movie, rebranded Barbie to be seen and looked at in a completely different light. And I was like saying to Reed in the middle of the movie, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna make so much money. Like people are gonna buy Barbie like crazy now, and people are gonna be Barbie for Halloween. Like this is gonna be the gifts for Christmas. They set it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it comes out in the summer where everybody's watching it. It's still sold out. Like it's been out for a week and it's still completely sold out. Almost everyone in the theater is wearing pink.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I commented to Arit and I said, wow, even for like, you know, Harry Potter and Star Wars, you only see a couple people dressing up. But for Barbie, we were the weirdos not wearing pink. Like everybody was wearing pink. And we're like, did they do like a social media, did Barbie movie say wear pink or something? Because everybody is wearing pink whenever they see this movie. And even when we watched, when the opening week when it came out, we went to go see Oppenheimer, and Barbie came out at the same time, and all you just see is just a sea of pink. And I was like, whoa, what's happening? I haven't seen this, and I watch movies quite often in the theater. I love going to the theater, and like I mentioned, I've never seen like a clothing movement this strong for a movie.
It's
before.
interesting too, because it's like even the late shows on a weeknight were sold out.
Yeah.
And everyone's like in decked out in pink.
Yeah.
They really created a movement, and they've with this movie single-handedly changed the beliefs around this product. It's very clever. It's well done. Yes, there are some song and dance moments, and I know a lot of people don't like that. Just a caveat, but like the messaging behind it is really good.
It's like a read between the lines. If you can, you know, read between the lines of the movie, you're like, oh my god, this is like actually genius. You know, it's not making me want to go purchase a Barbie, but I can tell you the general public is going to be purchasing more Barbies.
Okay, let's head over to the comments.
Yeah, Timothy here. The Seven Nation Army song has a very interesting story on how it took off during the World Cup a few years back. Did you know that, Ari?
Yeah, there's a whole, like, that song is really became a movement for sporting events. Yeah, like soccer, football, and also controversial political events too. Just because of the nature of its like, let's get it, right? Like that kind of attitude. That song has grit. It has like something where you listen to it and you feel like you can conquer whatever task is set in front of you. You're like, let's go. So in general, a lot of the music that I write and the lyrical themes that I write about are about empowerment. So I thought like this was the perfect one to do that on, and just taking that iconic riff that's like, it's a bass-like riff. It's not actually, it sounds like bass instrument, but it's not bass. Those 5 notes of that song, and making that like orchestral, it was a really cool rendition of it.
All right, we've got Derek saying, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've seen the Barbie and Oppenheimer memes. Yeah, saw 2 of the biggest movies back to back. Tracy says, hi everyone.
Hi, Tracy.
Up at our cabin in northern Saskatchewan and just set up Starlink satellite. No more living off the grid. Awesome, Tracy. That's so cool. Thanks for tuning in all the way up there.
Thanks for making time for us.
I know.
Hey, Brayden. How's it going?
Brayden's in the house. Hey, Brayden. And Timothy did a drawing of Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love
You have
to
to
see
check that out. People are talking. Okay. It was oddly appropriate because the France national team had to beat 7 teams. That's when it started.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that part. The 7 teams part.
Mhm.
Very cool. I wonder if
Cool.
that was almost planned in a way.
Mhm.
Felix says, should we watch Oppenheimer, Barbie, or neither?
Okay, so I will give you my
Depends
thoughts.
what you're into.
I'll give you my thoughts on Oppenheimer. So I don't like it when previews mislead you, right? So the preview for Oppenheimer was like, it made me think it was gonna be an action movie, because it was like, you know, explosion, right? The bomb, the creation world, possibly ending, whatever. And I know it's based on historical events and stuff,
Yeah.
but a spoiler, it's very heavy on dialogue and talking, which I don't mind, but I was anticipating a different style of movie. I was totally, you know, envisioning an action type, even making of. They didn't, in my opinion, they didn't spend enough time showing the making of, you know, the nuclear bomb and all that.
Yeah, it was very much focused around the trial of Oppenheimer, and him being, so Oppenheimer is basically the father of the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And he is on trial for having created this massive weapon of destruction, essentially, but he was tasked to do that from the beginning. So
there was one cool part where they did a test and it went off and it like exploded and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was exciting, but I was anticipating something, and it turned out to be a really heavy dialogued movie.
Basically, if you're anticipating action, being in the seeing more of the creation of the bomb and that kind of thing, you're not going to get what you expected.
No.
It is,
if you're into
a lot
dialogue,
of history with and law and the trial and debates and all this kind of stuff. That's what you're going to get. So if you're into that, Oppenheimer it's a long movie too. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then Barbie, again, if you want, it's a very colorful, you know,
happy,
like entertaining. Well, not the whole thing isn't happy, but
no, but like the colors, it's a very bright,
completely
movie.
Different mood from Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Total opposite.
I would say that I preferred the Barbie movie, just because I wasn't as into the story of Oppenheimer. But
Yeah.
everybody is saying, like, I was looking at reviews and everything, and people loved it. Like, if you're into historical stuff, history, then yeah, the main actor, Cillian Murphy, amazing, like totally amazing.
Okay, so we're gonna address some of your comments here. I think they're hilarious.
Okay.
First of all, Barbieheimer.
Yeah, that'd be funny if people like clipped it together. That would be hilarious.
And yeah, only
one 3
explosion.
hours, literally one explosion. And I was like, oh my gosh, they didn't even show when it actually exploded, where they dropped it on. And I was like, they just like had reports, and I was like, what? Like, where's all the action?
Yeah.
The trailer misled me. It was clickbait for me.
What was the name of that other movie with, I think it was Matt Damon, and he's...
Matt Damon?
Was it Matt Damon? And he's, he has to figure out the code, to, like, he's cracking
it's
some sort
it's
of...
not Matt Damon.
He's cracking, like, the Nazi code or something for...
Yeah.
It's a World War II movie.
Yeah, that was...
I thought it would be more like that, because I like historical pieces and that kind of thing, but yeah, it's different. Oppenheimer's different.
But I will say the majority of people are saying that they loved
liked it. Yeah.
And they liked
it.
it.
Depends what you're into.
I guess, I don't know, there was less people that are on our side where they thought it was not as exciting. I don't know, I was just like, totally thought it was something different.
And then Felix, I want to address your comments. Funny you said that, because it's actually part of the storyline that Ken doesn't get much of a spotlight. Ryan Gosling is so funny in this movie. He's
Yeah.
amazing. He does a great job, and he is a lot in the movie as a secondary character, but in Barbie Land, he is not of as much importance. And so when they come into the real world, and he sees like the real world is more patriarchal, he's like, hey, I like this world. I matter more here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's this whole realization behind like he's only Ken because
of Barbie.
Because Barbie exists, otherwise he's no one. And so he comes to realize like, you know, you can be your own person and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's really, really interesting, really good. I found like the Barbie movie is more of a down-to-earth message, and while entertaining at the same time. So
Yes, The Imitation Game.
yes,
That one was
Benedict.
That one's a history. That one's like, you know, same kind of thing, but they actually showed the making of and trying and the tribulations, and this one was just all talking, like literally all talking.
Yeah, that Felix, you hit the nail on the head. Like I totally did not expect Barbie to be like deeper in messaging than Oppenheimer, but that kind of was the case, at least in my perspective. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then because in the Oppenheimer movie, the character, he's just like super chill and laid back, and so it's just like because he's not very animated character.
He doesn't go through much growth as a
Emotionally.
character. It's just very flatlining, while the debate and dialogue and the story and everything with the trial and stuff happens around that. So
It's a trial movie.
Yeah.
I would say it's a court case trial movie where there's a lot of talking back and forth. They're in trials like the whole time, and then they kind of switch back to the time periods of when they were creating.
yeah.
But again, they didn't even show the creation. They just kind of talked and showed a little bit of writing, but like literally a couple moments of them putting it together like right before it was going to explode, and that was it.
Yeah. So that's our spiel on Barbieheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really two interesting movies. Both did not meet expectations, but one did a better job of meeting expectations, the other one not so much.
I would say, I mean, because people are asking, should they watch it or not? Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-hour movie. If you're into the history of Oppenheimer and the story and things like that, then yeah, I would recommend it. Now that I'm warning you, you'll not be disappointed because I'm telling you exactly what you're gonna get. Whereas when I watched the trailer, I remember when the trailer was like last year or whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks like there's gonna be crazy
Yeah.
explosions.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, the explosion that did happen was crazy. Like, it was pretty cool, the way that they filmed it, leading up to it, you know. But that was the test explosion, not
Yeah.
even the actual explosion. And then Barbie, I just kind of went for it because it just seemed like a fun movie to watch. But actually, it turned out to be something much more intellectual, in depth. It got you thinking. To me, I was like, oh my god, this is so genius. Marketing, all I kept thinking about was how they reinvented Barbie, and they're going to sell so much Barbie dolls now. And I think it's a positive message for like little girls and young kids,
Yeah.
that they see her in that light,
Yeah.
the way that they portrayed her.
And like, just to put it into like marketing business perspective as well, it really is so effective to change the way a product is perceived, or a brand in general, the way a brand is perceived, just through like a storytelling piece. And you can do so much in that storytelling. Of course, they had a massive budget, so they created this massive budget movie, Barbie, but you can bring that down like to the regular marketer level, small business owner, and really get your ideas across just through a video, like storytelling video. And it doesn't even need to be that crazy like high production, but stories are so effective in in getting your message across and kind of molding the perception around your brand and your product.
Braden says it's so rare for a brand to do a perception change well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I kept saying, and I was like, in this one movie,
Yeah.
they totally changed Barbie. Like, they made her in a good light, and I feel like this is all that not all that they needed, but this is gonna carry them through for a bit, and this is gonna explode Christmas sales and all that, and I bet you everyone's gonna be Barbie for Halloween. Barbie and Ken.
Oh, probably like the sales of pink items have gone up probably because of this movie.
Even, because usually theaters are at the mall, right? And so stores have been all doing like pink, putting all their pink products out, and
everyone's creating Barbie posters, superimposing themselves.
Yeah, people are. Arit is in this Photoshop Photoshop course.
Yeah.
And the creator of the course, he put out a tutorial on how to do like a Barbie poster and things like that. And all the emails we're getting right now, have the Barbie headline or something.
On that trend.
What's the line that they use? Like, it's a Barbie world or something that they usually say in Barbie, the song. One of the lines of Barbie, yeah.
I'm a Barbie girl?
Yeah,
the Aqua song?
Which, by the way, they didn't even play the Aqua song, not until the end, and it was like very little. I thought that was gonna be one of the beginning songs or a main scene. It actually was not, so that was interesting.
Just want to say thank you so much to
Timothy. Shout out.
Thank you so much. I actually get to see the coffee cup and the little animation this time.
Yeah, because it's on here. For the super sticker. Thank you so much, Timothy. Appreciate it.
I really want to see that Sinead O'Connor image. So remind me to do that, or send me a link as well. I'd love to see that.
And then
Derek
says,
my phone battery's almost dead, so I gotta go. Bye, Derek.
No problem.
Love the conversation. Thank you so much for joining us, as always.
Yeah. Another cool thing that they put in the movie was they had 2 vehicles that they were featuring in the movie. One was this Chevrolet car that was okay, and then they had a Hummer. They had an electric Hummer truck, and that looked really cool. I haven't seen that on the road yet, so I was like, it was really cool to see. And they often feature cars in movies, usually like a James Bond or the Fast movies, Fast and Furious, or like a Mission Impossible or something like that. They always feature cars, but this one, I definitely noticed the electric Hummer as well, and I'm like, oh, there goes the future of the electric Hummer. They are going to get a lot of sales from this. People are probably commenting on it.
Product placement. Everyone's riding the wave of Barbie.
Yeah, product placement. Are you riding the wave of Barbie?
I am not. No. I'm like the only one who's not riding the wave.
I know people keep asking like, oh, did you see the Barbie movie? And we're like, we've actually, with our opinion, have convinced a couple people to go see it. Because they're like, oh, I wasn't going to see it because, it's Barbie. But then they were surprised that we went to go see it. And then Arik goes into her whole spiel about how, what you just said, and then I went into my whole marketing thing, and then they're like, oh, maybe I should go see it. So we've affiliated some sales to the Barbie movie.
But we have no affiliate link for Barbie.
I wish we did have a Cineplex affiliate link. Right?
I guess. Then it would be movie reviews. A YouTube channel, movie reviews. That would be good for Derek.
Oh, yeah.
We could do affiliate link for Cineplex.
Oh, do they have Cineplex in the United States? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
We'll cut it short here today. Just a quick one, sharing our thoughts on the events of this past week, and also just those marketing thoughts that came out of watching that movie. And thank you so much again to Timothy for
the super sticker. Awesome. Send Aretha the link to your picture.
Yes.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, have a good summer day.
We'll see you again.
Or night, or wherever you're watching.
We'll see you again next week, next Thursday. 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Bye.
Bye for now.